obviously you were a coach of Diogo Jota in his early days, and just before I ask you about that, I just wanted to ask about how he is kind of being looked at in Portugal at the moment. He's obviously in very good form.
Yeah, now I think he really starts to do the great job he's doing, and now nobody has doubts about him. So now I think everybody trusts in him. So I think he had the courage to make his own game in our national team, of course, and I think all the people now are trusting in him and seeing in him a really great player. So I think he had all the good feelings for the general population. Now he has it.
Yeah. You obviously coached Diogo at Paços de Ferreira when he was 16, 17, and you actually called him up to the under-19s at the time. What was it that you saw in him that made you have to bring him up?
Yeah, he arrived at our squad under 18. He was under 18, like 17 years or 16 years, I think, because his birthday is in December, so it's late. And he arrived and he played either as an interior midfielder or a classic number 10. And in the first half of the season, he played 22 matches, and it's for fun. This is just for fun for two of us, trying to understand the trust he has in himself, you know. So he in 22 matches he scored 5 goals and had a few assists. Halfway through the season, we had a conversation, and I explained him that we would test him playing as a mobile forward, so playing close to the goal. He's very good at attacking the space, and he's always looking for the goal. He really is competitive, you know, and he didn't think it was a great idea in the beginning. He's like, I don't know, coach. I don't know, because every time I played like interior midfielder or number 10, but he's always trying to do what the coach says, and always trying to be better than he was, you know. And in the beginning, he didn't think it was a great idea. But he tried, and in the first match that we do that, he scored 2 goals and we won 2-0. And in the last 14 matches of the season, he scored 17 goals. So it was really good, because Jota is an extremely competitive athlete. You know, he's playing always for win, always. He likes to win and be the best at everything he does, whether he's on or off the pitch. He's always trying to help the team. He's a very humble person, and he likes to listen to the coach and understand how he can improve his game.
Yeah. What was his personality like then as a young player? You said that he's very humble and he's willing to listen and learn. I mean, is that what has kept him, got him to this level at the moment, do you think?
Yeah, he's always a humble person. Always, he always has been a humble person. He's very dedicated to the training, to the sessions. He's ambitious and has a lot of self-confidence. He tries to outdo himself every time. You know, he's always pushing himself to be better, to do better. If he loses an exercise in the session, he's completely completely crazy because he always trying to win. Everything he does is to win, and you know, he's very dedicated. So we can do, and we can say to him like, Jota, you are not doing this good, and he accepts it, you know. So he's like, what can I do better? So I'll try to do it. And in the beginning, I'm not lying to you. It's difficult to see if he can be a player like in Liverpool. You know, it's difficult because it's the top of the world. And now he gets on Liverpool and he can and he do great things and great stuff. So I think it's because he really trusts in himself. He had no doubts that he can improve his game, that he can listen to the coach, be humble, see that has good players in his position, but he never quits. It's like, okay, I have an incredible player in my place, so I have to do my best. I have to be better than I was, to be facing the opposite, the opponent, the guy that is in my team. So I think the coaches like him because he don't want to be the guy that makes 40 games and don't help the team. No, he want to help the team always. He's always doing the job that nobody wants to do. He don't matter. He do because if it's the best for the team, so he goes. He runs a lot to help the team. And then, of course, if he can make goals, of course, he has talent to finishing the goal.
Yeah. You mentioned then that you didn't necessarily think that he was someone who could play at the level that he's currently at. But when you seen him as a young player, 17, 18, did you know that he was he had the potential to be, you know, at a certain higher level, or is that just through his hard work and his dedication?
Yeah, when he gets on the club, in the end of the first season, we talked to the staff, to the administration, and we told them that it was good for the club to do a contract with a high duration, you know, like 4 or 5 years, because in the level that Paços de Ferreira was in the first league, everybody believes that he's ready and prepared for it. But when he entered in the games in the under 19 and he played on the first team, and when he did the first game in the first team, so he grows so fast that everybody is like, okay, this guy really needs to be pushed to stay always with better guys and better players, and it's like an incredible desire for him. Like, okay, I'm in here, so I can do the next step. And it was the first time that in the club, all the coaches and everybody is like, okay, this guy has a lot to do. He have a lot of potential to be better than we believed that he can do.
Yeah.
And after this season, the first season as a professional player, he did an incredible job in the first team, and Atletico Madrid made an offer and has him, and it was fantastic for him because he goes to Porto after that. with Nuno Espírito Santo. And I think it was a really, like we are talking a few minutes, like Porto, so it's difficult because it's a really, really big step, Paços de Ferreira to Porto. But he pushes himself and he plays a lot of games with 20 years. So at this time, everybody's like, okay, this guy will do a great career. And now the step for Liverpool, it was amazing. Because in Wolves it was a fantastic moment. But now the step for Liverpool, and he gets on the club, and okay, he did it again. So it's because of his personality, I think.
Yeah, you mentioned the move to Atletico Madrid. I mean, he was quite young to make that move to Madrid, and such a big club in Atletico Madrid. I mean, when did you become aware that they were watching Diogo, and why did you think it didn't quite work out and he had to move on loan to Porto first, and then obviously to Wolves with Nuno?
I think it was because of the step, of course, and because he's really young. I think he had 20 years when he goes to Atletico, and I think he didn't have the middle step, like Paços de Ferreira to Atletico Madrid. I think he has to pass a level between these two places. And then Porto believes in him and had a loan in him. And I think the Wolves did a great job because Nuno knows him, of course, and believe in him. And I think the Championship and now the Premier League were really, really, really important for him because he's a competitive guy, fast. He likes to go on shock and trying always to do better and goes and defends and goes again to the front. And I think that's the game in the Premier League. So it's an important game for him. And I think it's like, okay, it's a perfect balance. It's a perfect balance for them, for the club, of course, and for the player. It's a perfect balance. And I think in Atletico, in the beginning, I think they saw the great things that he has, of course, but there is no time like, okay, let's try it. Because if he had time, I think he will conquer the things because of the spirit that we talked a few minutes.
Yeah. So you mentioned the move to Wolves. You mentioned about there not being a club in between Paços de Ferreira and Atletico to kind of be the right move for him. Wolves in England with Nuno as the coach, so many other Portuguese players, Ruben Neves, João Moutinho, several others. Was that the ideal situation for him to be in to make an impact in England, do you think?
Yeah, I think it helps. Because he had a fantastic coach that knows him. So what can be better? Like good coach, and he knows me and he wants me. So it's fantastic. It's the perfect idea. I know. I think so. I think the club, the personalities of the club, because like you tell, it's like with a lot of Portuguese guys, and the atmosphere in the club, I think it was really good. They played all the games to win, so I think it was a fantastic job for the guys, playing to win. I don't think in other clubs it's like playing to lose, of course, but in there they wanna put the club in the first league. in the Premier League. So I think the spirit, the behavior, knowing the coach know Jota. I think it was perfect for him, and I think it was. Championship is a fantastic. It's a fantastic champion. You know, it's fantastic, and it's difficult. And I think it's the preparation, the real preparation to be in the Premier League and to be great successfully in the Premier League. So they goes to the Premier League, and then 1 year in the Premier League, and he can do again. So I think it was a nice step for him, and obviously for the club.
Yeah, just a couple more questions then. I mean, we see him now with Liverpool and Portugal. He's got 2 good feet, left foot, right foot, great balance, can score headers, good at dribbling, quick. He seems to be a player who has a lot of skills. He can almost do everything as a forward.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think he has, for the finishing times, for me, he's really good because he can finish with a left foot, right foot, head foot, head foot with a head, you know, and it's really good for him because he's a finishing guy. So, but I think he also has that skill, like he can be really fast without the ball, but with the ball too. I think there are no lot of players that are so fast with the ball, like without the ball, and he's like so fast with the ball, with the conduction, you know, with going with the ball, and it's really good for him because he's not that guy that has a lot of skills to stay and stay with the ball, and no, he's really pragmatic, you know. He always touch and goes and attack the backs of the defensive line, and has the smell for the goal. We call the smell for the goal. And with Liverpool, he scored like right foot, left foot in the national team we've had. I think he has a lot of skills to finishing the goals.
Yeah, and just finally then, Vasco, I mean, we've talked a lot about Diogo's journey from Paços de Ferreira to now Liverpool and the national team. With Portugal, how much do you think he's learning from Cristiano Ronaldo?
I think the personality, to push it himself. Cristiano is an example for all the coaches and of course for all the players in here. And Cristiano gets a level so incredible that is an example for us. Like, okay, he never stops. He's the best. He's the number one, and he never stops. He always trying to be better. Always trying to be better. And I think for Jota, he always loved Cristiano. When he was our player, he already loves Cristiano, of course. And I think I never talked to him with this, but I really believe that for Jota is like, okay, if this guy is like it's like this, and he gets there, so I can do. I have to do the same. I have to be better all the days. So I think it was really important for him, and I really believe that can play with him in the national team. It's amazing, and it's a fantastic thing for his personality, because I think, I don't know Cristiano as a person, of course, but I think they have the same compromise, you know, to be better, yeah. Always trying to be better.
Okay, Vasco, that's great. Thanks a lot for your time. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.